We leave you this Oscar Sunday, where else but in the hills of Hollywood. I'm Jane Pauley. Please join us when our trumpet sounds again next Sunday morning.
I'm Margaret Brennan in Washington, and this week on Face the Nation, the latest on the fallout following Friday's Oval Office brawl. And Americans say they want more action from the Trump administration when it comes to fighting inflation.
You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't.
It was a debacle seen and heard around the world as the meeting meant to solidify an alliance between the U.S. and Ukraine melted down into a shouting match featuring President Trump and Vice President Vance versus Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. U.S. and Ukrainian officials are now in full damage control mode, with European leaders racing to bring both sides back together and move towards a resolution to the war in Ukraine. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent crafted the agreement with Ukraine that fell apart during that meeting. We'll talk to him about that, as well as the administration's plans to help the economy. We'll also talk with Arizona Democratic Senator Mark Kelly and two Republican members of Congress, Ohio's Mike Turner and Michigan's John James. And just before President Trump's first formal address to Congress, how do Americans think he's doing when it comes to tackling their priorities? It's all just ahead on Face the Nation. Good morning and welcome to Face the Nation. We'll get to the ramifications of that meeting in the Oval Office in a moment, but we want to begin with the issues that are top of mind for most Americans: inflation and the economy. They may be at the top of their priority list for the new administration, but we are seeing a disconnect. When asked what they think the administration is prioritizing, Americans see inflation and the economy taking a backseat to the border, the federal workforce, tariffs, and more. In fact, according to our CBS News poll, although people do approve of him on some of those other issues, there is a 50-point gap between people who say the president should make inflation a priority and those who say he is. We want to welcome to the program Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. Good morning to you, Mr. Treasury Secretary.
Morning, Margaret.
So let's dig in on this, because it seems there's a bit of a perception gap there. Our polling also shows at least half the country reports concern about paying for food and groceries and housing. They continue to call the economy bad, even more so than last month. And 49% told us the economy is getting worse. When can Americans expect to experience the benefits that President Trump said would be coming in day one?
Yeah, well, you know, Margaret, what I find interesting is for the past year and a half and during the campaign, most of the media said, oh, the economy is great. It's just a vibe session. Now that President Trump's in office, there's an economic problem. And I'll tell you what the problem was.
We were pretty straightforward on this program, sir.
Well, I haven't seen this program, but in general, this idea that working class Americans didn't know what they were talking about. They didn't know their lived experience. They didn't know what their pocketbooks were feeling. And you know, I'll tell you, President Trump was elected. One of the reasons was the affordability crisis, and we are setting about doing that. So after 4 years of disastrous policies, we're running these gigantic deficits that led to the affordability problem. Massive government regulation. So what we had was a demand shock from the government spending that was met by supply constraints with overregulation. So we are in the process of deregulating, which will free the supply side, and we are cutting back the government spending. It took 4 years to get us here. President Trump's been in office 5 weeks, and I can tell you we're working every day. What I will point out, interest rates, the 10-year bond, which I am focused on, have been down every week since President Trump was president. Mortgage rate